Let's head over to our special guest now. She's a chiropractor, she's an acupuncturist, she's a nutritionist. Her name's Dr. Sandra Clark, and she's with us now. Over to you, Dr. Sandra.
Hi, everyone. Can you hear me?
We sure can.
Yay, it's working. Okay, I'm going to tell my hopefully short, concise little story about where I came from, what I did in life to give people a little bit of background, and then finally my amazing, miraculous Limbic Arc story. So here we go. When I was growing up in a little southern town, my parents wanted me to have the best education and the best opportunities in life that they never had. So I started to school when I was 5 and began to take all kinds of lessons as I went through the school years to teach me about life. These included music lessons for piano and dance lessons for ballet when I was 5. Both of those were amazing life lessons to learn and have been with me the rest of my life. As I learned to read and expand my resources, I found out that I could learn almost anything by reading about it. We found out that I had a strong desire to be a doctor since I was about 3 years old. I don't know why that was the case, except that I was very concerned whenever someone or an animal was hurt or sick. When my mother would cut up a chicken for Sunday dinner, I would pull up a little stool beside her and handle each part that was cut with tears running down. You didn't tell me I was going to get so emotional, Daniel. With tears running down my face. When I was about 2 years old, my parents decided to build a grocery store with gas pumps onto the front of our house. They had moved to the outskirts of our little town. My grandparents lived in a cute little house behind ours, so they were very close, and it was lots of fun to live near my best friends. My grandparents had 2 big gardens and chickens, and nearly everything that we ate included fresh fruits and vegetables from their gardens and chickens. That was a very long time ago, and back then people didn't go to the hospitals like nowadays. So people would create their own herbal remedies or use old-fashioned country medicine that they could make in their homes or buy in our grocery store, like aspirin or Band-Aids or mercurochrome or simple things like that, which were sold over the counter. As I went on through school learning about so many things, I've discovered that reading and dancing were my most favorite things, and I found that I was very good in science. I left for college at age 17 with a desire to progress to medical school for becoming a surgeon. I had 5 years of college and a pre-med curriculum. After getting married at age 20 to my longtime childhood best friend, who was also an avid reader, an excellent student, and had a desire to become a medical doctor as well, we decided after a year of working in our hometown to go back to school to complete our education. When my husband graduated with a master's degree in psychology, we were invited to go visit my sister up north for the summer. That turned into a move from the south that would last for 7 years. While we were living up north, my husband began to work at a restaurant that was very close to a chiropractic school. Because we were living close to this college, we got to know a lot of the students that were attending and developed friendships that led us to apply there. I'd been taking additional classes in the meantime toward my degree. We were accepted into the chiropractic school where I worked part-time in the library, of course, for the first year, and then 3 more years were spent working in the radiology department as an assistant. We both became very interested in all kinds of natural methods of healing, in addition to the traditional Western medicine, physical diagnosis, laboratory diagnosis, acupuncture, nutrition, hypnosis, and of course chiropractic manipulation, as well as radiology for all the body systems. We attended school from 1974 until our graduation in 1978 with a doctorate degree in chiropractic, including extra certification in acupuncture, physical therapy, and laboratory diagnosis. We also received the Buckholz Senior Achievement Award. Our scores for the Alabama State Chiropractic Board of Examiners were notable, And upon moving back down south, we went into our own practices with specialties in those that I mentioned a moment ago: acupuncture, nutrition, laboratory diagnosis, and physical therapy. In 1981, I obtained a Florida license of chiropractic in addition to the Alabama license. I continued taking courses and obtained new certifications, working in my own clinic for the next 16 years. After getting divorced, I met my second husband, who was a very talented commercial artist up north and also a very accomplished blue water sailboat builder. He was building a 40-foot sailboat and planning to travel around the world, living aboard. I became enchanted with the idea of living aboard and traveling extensively and being able to help people with their health problems without having to work in a hospital or medical clinic. We got married 2 years later, and he completed the sailboat in our backyard. During the 9 years that we were married, some patients of mine introduced me to the idea of learning to fly airplanes. I'd always wanted to learn to fly. I had the opportunity to meet the pilot and to become familiar with the airport where I would be taking lessons. I have experiences and memories that will stay with me for life. It was 4 years of joy and excitement, and I still find flying so exhilarating, just like sailing. During the 25 years of my practice, I had the opportunity to be very involved in my community and to participate in the State Chiropractic Association organization in multiple positions. I became a delegate to the Alabama State Chiropractic Association for Mobile County, where I was a director of Congressional District Number 1, Governmental Affairs Task Force, and also the Industrial Relations Committee Chairman of Planning, Conference, and Wellness Committee. I became secretary of the board of directors for the Alabama State Chiropractic Association. During that time, I was also president of the Mobile County Chiropractic Society and Business Council of Alabama Healthcare Cost Containment Committee. Whew, that's a mouthful. My number one civic achievement while in practice is the North Mobile YMCA. This was a 5-year effort co-founded with my husband, Dr. Richard Rotford. This creation of the North Mobile County YMCA is still going strong in the same location after 26 years. The last number of citizens being served was over 60,000. Because of winning the Woman of Achievement Award from the Business and Professional Women of Mobile and Baldwin County, I was invited to be a delegate to U.S. Department of Health, Agency for Toxic Substance and Disease Registry, Tampa, Florida. The purpose was to determine location and community impact of toxic waste dumps, immediate and long-term risks for residents. My husband, Dr. Richard Rotford, whom I've now been married to over 30 years, is also a registered pharmacist for 40 plus years and a chiropractic physician since 1988. So you can imagine the lively arguments in our home over treatment methods, right? In 1996 through 2001, I opened 3 retail nutrition and wellness centers in different cities. In 1997, my husband and I took a trip to San Francisco to do the fire walk with Tony Robbins. We successfully crossed the entire distance barefoot with no burns or blisters. In 2002, we moved to Florida, where I obtained a real estate agent license as well as mortgage broker license. I completed courses in commercial real estate, certified probate specialist, wholesale real estate, tax and planning, ethics and risk management, and graduate real estate parts 1 and 2. For 18 years, I've been a Florida licensed real estate agent, both buyers and sellers agent. On a beautiful Christmas Eve, 2007, midday, 80 degrees, my husband and I were in a very bad automobile accident, resulting in injuries to both of us. I was diagnosed with cancer 3 months later, but I chose to continue using natural therapies rather than surgery. Rich had severe shoulder injuries requiring surgical repair several years later. I had extreme injury to my neck and low back, but no surgery until walking became almost impossible without using a walker. In fact, I have a walker that lived in our car named Mustang Sally. Another life-changing issue from this accident was that Rich and I loved music and would go dancing frequently. and I could no longer dance. Hopefully, I'll be able to dance again. There was so much scar tissue that had entrapped the nerves going down my legs that had to be removed, and a fusion of several vertebrae was finally done in 2013. For about 6 months, there was significant relief from the pain, but it gradually came back. I've lived with this pain, numbness, muscle atrophy, and weakness, regardless of the treatment that was done, until May the 1st, 2020, when a friend of about 25 years, B. Workman, called me about the Limbic Arc. I believed I used the friends and family option for about 24 hours, but I knew by the morning after I talked to her, I was ready to become an affiliate because I had no back pain without using any other treatment. I continued to have tremendous pain relief for 27 days. I do occasionally have some discomfort, and that occurs when I fail to renew my info boost when they've expired. Another condition that has been with me since the evening of the car accident is abdominal pain and digestive problems due to the injury to the nerves from my spine. I can vouch for that because I've had numerous x-rays and confirmation from CT scans and other medical testing. Another unexpected benefit from having less back pain is that I've learned to play the ukulele, and that is bringing music back into my life in a very fun way. There were so many other fun trips and things we loved to do. We used to have a motorcycle that we loved to ride. We also really loved to do things like swimming with the manatees, going to national parks, wandering through old towns, going shark tooth hunting in creeks, and gardening. We plan on doing all of those things again. Thank you to Dr. Vaughn Cook, the brilliant doctor who created this incredible system of health, as well as the individuals who actively participate in the daily education programs.